Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're embarking on, well, a bit of a linguistic adventure, really, into a word so common, so just woven into everything we say, that you almost don't see it. I'm talking about have. Just, think for a second. Your last few hours, how many times do you reckon you've used have, or maybe has, or had?
Well, countless times. It must be one of the most frequent words.
Exactly. It's always up there in the frequency lists. But that commonness, that sort of everyday presence, it actually hides this surprising depth, this flexibility that, well, we're going to try and unpack today. So our mission today is to take a really deep dive into the many lives of this seemingly simple verb. You probably think, yeah, have, I know have.
Mm.
But our sources, they show just how much heavy lifting this little word actually does in English. It's like a linguistic chameleon.
That's a great way to put it, a chameleon. It's so easy to just take have for granted, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it feels so basic. But, the sources we looked at, they don't just list things. They really eliminate these 5 distinct roles have plays.
Yeah.
Each one has its own kind of nuances. And if you connect that to the bigger picture, really getting these differences, it moves you past just knowing the word.
Yeah.
It helps you understand how it shapes meaning, how communication gets more precise.
Absolutely. And our goal for you listening is that you walk away not just like with facts, but with a real aha moment.
Mm-hmm.
We want you to feel a new appreciation for how this one tiny verb creates such a huge landscape of meaning. Get ready because, well, you might just find yourself listening and speaking with a whole new awareness after this.
Okay, so let's kick things off. Where do we start? Probably the most obvious place, right? The one that jumps out first.
Yeah, the main verb.
Have is a main verb. This is all about, well, possession, relationships, characteristics, even experiences, right? It feels like the most solid use. That's a great starting point. Because even though it seems straightforward, that idea of possession, it's incredibly elastic. It's not just owning stuff you can touch. Like,
Yeah.
I have a car. Okay, classic physical ownership. Tangible.
Right. Simple.
But then she has 2 brothers. Now, signifies a relationship, a connection. It's a kind of belonging, sure, but obviously not like owning a car.
Yeah, that's a really important distinction. She doesn't own her brothers.
Exactly.
She possesses the relationship. It shows how flexible have is, even right here at its most basic level.
Precisely. And it stretches even further into experiences or events, like we have lunch at 1 p.m.
Okay.
You don't literally possess the lunch in that sentence, do you? Have means you're taking it, consuming it, participating in it. It describes the action, the event you're experiencing.
Ah, I see. Or like, they had a great time yesterday.
Exactly. Had captures that past feeling, that event they lived through.
Mhm.
It's about undergoing an experience, not holding an object.
So it's almost like a stand-in sometimes for verbs like experience or participate in or undergo, depending on the context. That's way broader than just physical stuff.
Much broader.
What about less pleasant experiences? Does it work there too?
Oh, absolutely. The sources point that out too. Think about illnesses or conditions. He had a headache last night.
Right.
Again, you don't own the headache. You experience that physical state. It shows how have is just deeply tied into describing our personal reality, our physical selves. So yeah, this foundational use, it really underpins so many basic things we say about our world. What's in our pocket, what relationships we're in, what's going on in our heads.
It really is a core building block. So as you go through your day, just maybe try to notice how often are you using have for something you own, someone you know, or something you're doing or feeling. You'll probably find it's like constantly there, almost invisible. Okay, now let's shift gears a bit. Completely. We've seen have as the main event, the star of the sentence carrying its own meaning. But sometimes it steps back. It becomes this like crucial supporting actor, and it completely changes what the other verbs are doing. This is where it gets really interesting, I think.
Yeah, this is cool.
Have as an auxiliary or helping verb, absolutely vital for those perfect tenses.
This is where have really shows its linguistic agility, as you said. When it's an auxiliary, its job isn't possession at all. 0. Instead, it teams up with a past participle, like finished, seen, gone to make the perfect tenses. And these tenses, they let us talk about actions that were completed before some other point in time. They give us amazing precision with timelines, which I guess raises a question. Why do we even need perfect tenses? What do they do that simple tenses don't?
That is a great question, because if I say I finished my homework, that seems clear enough, right? So what does I have finished my homework really add? Is it just saying it's definitely done or something else?
It's definitely more than just done. It's about relevance. Right now, with I have finished my homework, Yeah, the finishing was in the past.
Hmm.
But the fact that the homework is finished now and that matters now, that's the emphasis.
Uh-huh.
The perfect tense kind of bridges that past action to its present consequence. Compare it to, say, I finished my homework yesterday. That's clearly past, done, and dusted, without that strong link to this moment that have finished gives you.
I see.
Or another example, she has written 3 books. It's not just listing past events, it's framing it as an achievement, something completed over time. But her status as an author, the impact of those books, it extends right up to now.
Okay, so it's less about pinpointing exactly when it happened and more about its ongoing significance or relevance right now. It connects the dots.
Yeah.
Past action, present reality.
Precisely. And it's not just connecting to the present. Think about the past perfect. They had left before I arrived. Here, had left. Clearly signals an action leaving that was completed before another past action, my arrival. It sets up a really clear sequence in the past. Tells you which thing happened first. Without the had, it might be ambiguous.
Yeah, you might not know who left first. It's like a little time marker for past events. And then it gets really mind-bending when it goes into the future.
Hmm?
The future perfect. That one always takes me a second.
You're not alone there. It can feel a bit strange at first. But think about a sentence like, by tomorrow, we will have completed the project. Suddenly it clicks, right?
Yeah, okay.
Will have completed looks ahead to a specific future point by tomorrow, and it imagines an action that's going to be finished at or before that future time. It projects a state of completion forward. It really is like a time travel assistant for our verbs. It lets us pinpoint when things happened or will happen relative to other events. Gives us incredible nuance.
So yeah, in this role, have isn't about owning anything at all. It's all about helping us map out those time relationships, making our sequences much, much clearer. It's a huge shift from being a main verb, but often quite subtle. Okay, moving on. From possession and time, have takes on another kind of weight, a sense of duty, almost. Our sources really highlight this use in expressions of obligation or necessity. You see it all the time. Have to, has to, had to. This is have telling us what must be done.
Right. This form shifts have from just describing things to, well, dictating things in a way. It signals a strong sense of requirement and necessity. And that pressure could be from outside rules, deadlines, or internal, like a personal commitment, or sometimes just unavoidable circumstances. People often compare it to must or need to, and they're similar, but have to often has a slightly different flavor. We'll take, I have to study tonight. You could say, I must study tonight, which feels maybe a bit more like a stern internal command or perhaps an external order. I have to study, though, often implies more of a practical necessity. Maybe there's an exam coming up.
Ah, so it's like the situation demands it.
Yeah, often it's about the situation or the consequences. There's less of an alternative, perhaps. It feels grounded in reality.
That makes sense. It feels less like a kind of raw command and more like acknowledging a requirement, like, given the circumstances, this is necessary. So the source of the obligation matters.
Absolutely. Think about she has to finish her report by Monday.
Mm-hmm.
That's clearly an external deadline, a work thing. The has to tells us it's not optional if she wants to meet her job requirements.
Mm-hmm.
The consequence of not doing it is implied. The focus is on the practical need.
Okay.
And looking back, we had to wait for 2 hours. That describes a past necessity, something unavoidable at the time. It conveys that lack of choice, a situation that was just imposed on them.
So it's all about requirement, unavoidability, often with this sense of practical consequence. It's quite powerful, isn't it, when you think about it?
Definitely.
Just consider how often you hear or say, I have to, or you have to. It's such a fundamental way we talk about responsibilities, needs, requirements, just embedded in how we organize our lives through language. All right, now for something a bit different, a really interesting linguistic twist, I think. Have can also be used when someone else does something for you.
Yes, the causative.
The positive form, exactly. Our sources highlight this. It's such an efficient way to talk about services or tasks where you arrange it, you initiate it, but you don't actually do it. It's like delegating with just one verb.
That's a perfect way to describe it, delegation. If we connect this to the bigger picture, the causative have lets you express agency. You're making something happen, but without doing the action yourself. It's all about arranging a service, commissioning a task, getting someone else involved. And the structure is pretty clear. It's usually have plus the object plus the past participle form of the main verb. So I had my car repaired yesterday. The key thing is I didn't repair the car. I took it to a mechanic. I arranged for the repair. Had shows I caused that repair to happen. I initiated it.
So it's like shorthand for I arranged for someone to repair my car, but much neater. It
Well,
packs that whole process into just a few words.
exactly. Very concise. Another common one. She has her hair cut every month.
Mm-hmm.
Again, she's not cutting it herself.
No.
She goes to a salon, someone else does it. Has shows she arranges for this regular service. Or looking ahead, we will have the documents prepared by tomorrow.
Mm.
That shows a future plan, where someone else, maybe an assistant, maybe another team will do the preparing. The focus is always on the subject causing the action, not doing it. It's super practical.
It really is. It streamlines conversation so much, especially when talking about services or work tasks. Imagine having to spell it out every time. I telephoned the garage and requested that a mechanic repair my car yesterday. It would be incredibly clunky. Had my car repaired, it's just so much better. Okay, finally. Language loves its quirks, right? And have is absolutely no exception.
Definitely not.
Our sources remind us it pops up in tons of idiomatic expressions, fixed phrases, where the meaning isn't literal at all. You can't just add up the words, you have to know the whole phrase.
This is where language gets really rich and kind of culturally specific, too. Idioms. They're these set phrases where the meaning just isn't obvious from the parts. And have is a key component in so many common ones. Which sort of begs the question, why do we have idioms anyway?
Good question.
They're like, well, culturally ingrained shortcuts, maybe, chunks of meaning. They add color, humor, efficient ways to express complex ideas sometimes. And we tend to learn them as whole units, don't we? Like vocabulary items, not by building them grammatically.
They're like little linguistic puzzles. You just have to know the picture they make. It's a really fascinating part of learning and using a language.
Absolutely. Have a look, as in, can I have a look at your notes?
Yeah.
Have a look just means inspect or examine. You're not physically taking possession of a look. It's asking to perform an action or have a go. Like, why not have a go at painting?
Meaning, try it.
Right. Just means to try something, to attempt it. It's encouragement. The individual words have and go don't lead you there directly.
And had better. That one always feels like polite but quite firm advice. Or even a warning. There's an underlying or else sometimes, isn't there?
It really does carry that way. You had better leave now. It's not about possessing something better. It's strong advice, hinting at negative consequences if you ignore it. It's stronger than just should, often. More urgent.
Okay.
And then there are loads of simpler ones, like the absolutely essential have fun, as in we always have fun together. Here just means experience enjoyment. It's totally idiomatic. These phrases just show how deeply have is woven into everyday chat, way beyond its strict grammatical jobs. They're the bits we use without even thinking.
They really are the phrases we learn as whole chunks, aren't they? They show have as just part of the fabric of conversation. You use them automatically, and they carry so much meaning packed into that familiar structure. So, wow. In this deep dive, we've really seen have wearing, well, many, many hats.
Right.
A whole wardrobe.
Yeah. As a main verb for possession, relationships, experiences. Then as an auxiliary verb, working hard behind the scenes, building those perfect tenses to map out time.
Right.
Then expressing obligation with have to.
Yeah.
The clever causative for getting others to do things. And finally, as this key, often non-literal piece in countless idioms, it really is a remarkable word, much more complex than it looks.
What's truly fascinating, I think, is how one single everyday word can carry such different, complex, sometimes even contradictory meanings depending on the context. It just highlights the incredible efficiency, the adaptability of English. And this isn't just, dry grammar. It's about understanding the subtle power behind these words we use constantly, how a small change completely shifts the function and the impact. It shows how much work the common words are really doing. It really does. So here's a thought for you. The next time you hear someone use have, or you use it yourself, and you will constantly, believe me, just try to pause for a split second. Ask yourself, which hat is have wearing right now? Which of these 5 categories is it fitting into? How much meaning are you, or they, actually packing into that tiny word? It might just change how you listen and maybe even how you speak, give you a whole new appreciation for the hidden depths swimming just below the surface of everyday language. Thanks for diving deep with us into the incredible world of have.